Today, I have some new releases to try. Since my No Buy July is over, I've got some new Essence and Colourpop and Juvia's Place. And so I'm super excited about all the products for today. So let's play with makeup. So here are the products I am going to be playing with today. Some new, some tried and true, and I have a big announcement. And one of these products will segue to that big announcement. So let's get started. So today I'm going to try the new Juvia's Place I Am Magic Concealer. And this is in the color 19. And I'm going to start by using the e.l.f. Under Eye Corrector. I've been playing with this. I've really been enjoying the coverage it gives, the consistency of it. I'm going to use my Sigma E, I think this is the 55. So we're going to just go ahead and put a little bit on these darker areas of my eye. And I've really been enjoying the consistency of this. It's not quite as emollient as the Makeup Revolution, which I've really enjoyed. But I think I'm actually liking the consistency of this e.l.f. product more. So that's been a very pleasant surprise considering the last one I tried in this pot format was super drying, and this has not been, which has been really, really, really great. I have enjoyed it a ton, and I've been using it pretty much on the regular. And so definitely a highly recommend on this product. Now let's try the concealer. Now let me see, let's read if there are any claims on this. Let's see. No, our Magic Creamy Radiant Concealer smooths and cancels out dark circles, blemishes, and skin imperfections. I saw this when I went into Ulta and I was like, oh, this looks like a really promising product. I know that it has probably been out for just a little bit. And so here I got medium number 19. This looks pretty light. And it has a lot of product in it. Let's see if I can get it open here. Holy cow. There we go. It looks really light for medium, but we'll see here. Let me put, oh, well, this will probably be a really nice brightener underneath. So I'm just going to go ahead and just put a little right in the inner corner here, and we'll see how it blends out. It feels very creamy, which is nice. There's a lot of product in here. Hold on a second. Let me see how much. It says it's 0.34 ounces. I mean, it looks like a ton of product. Like you could probably use this if you found your right color let's see here. Sorry, I got distracted here trying to find my Nikki LaRose brush that I always use. Here we go. This is her N16. And so just gonna get this pressed out. That's really nice. We'll see how it holds up. You know, I'm trying to stay away from putting too much on the outside. Really, because where I need most of my coverage is where I have the dark circles. And so that has helped prevent excess creasing. But this feels really, really, really nice. One of my favorite products by Juvia's Place is their blush lighters. They're blushed blush lighters. They are so beautiful. And so I'm extremely pleased with that. You can see how it's looking. Wow. I'm pleasantly surprised. That feels very lightweight. It feels very hydrating, doesn't feel drying at all. I feel like it's doing a really nice job. Like this is a good, as I throw things around, this is a really good brightening, yet it's good with my skin tone, which I'm really liking. All right, now let's move on to the foundation. And I picked up this Makeup Revolution Super Dewy Skin Tint. And I saw this when I was at Target the other day, and I picked up it in medium. Now, I think this might be a little too orangey for me, so I'm gonna give you a little hint for if you have products that you pick up that are a little too orange. Let's see if I can get this unpackaged. Sometimes they make these so hard to get into. I'm just gonna go ahead and give this a start. Okay, finally got that unpackaged. And this is the Super Dewy Skin Tint Tinted Moisturizer. This is in the color medium because the medium or the light medium look too light. This is a lightweight tinted moisturizer, gives the skin a radiant dewy finish enriched with wild berry extract. So let's see here. We'll just do a little pump on my hand. It's nice. It's got a little pump, and this is actually 1.85 fluid ounces. Now I'm guessing because it's a skin tint, it's going to be a little less in the coverage, more of a tint. So you may have to use more product, but 1.85 ounces, normal foundations are 1 ounce. So there is quite a bit of product in here. Let's see if I can get the pump working. Here we go. Okay, so there's that color. It might not be too bad, but it does look pretty orange. So I have a trick for you. And that feels really creamy, but I have a trick for you. Now, LA Girl has these different colored mixing pigments. And so to kind of eliminate some of the orange, I can just put in a tap of blue, and you can see here that it will neutralize the orange color. And I probably put a little bit too much. Let me get another squirt of this. But it'll neutralize the orange color and make it a little more cool toned. So you can see there, it now looks a little bit more like my skin color. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to grab my Nikki LaRose N17 brush, and I'm just going to, even though I rub this in on my hand, oh, this is what happens when you're not super careful. But we'll get that all rubbed in. As you can see, it just adds, it gives it that, it just colors it out a little bit more. Let me go ahead and just pump another little pump on here to get this going here. Mix it in with my finger and try not to get more of the blue pigment on there, but get this. So that is a hint for you. If you have troubles, you know, picking up, sometimes it's really difficult, especially when you're buying your products at Target or Walmart where they don't have testers out. Sometimes even Ulta in their drugstore area don't have testers out. And so it can make it hard to see, you know, kind of what colors you're getting. But actually, with that pigment in there, this is actually feeling really nice. It feels very creamy. It does not feel heavy. It feels very lightweight. There's no real scent to it. It's pretty unscented. But with the blue added, this is almost a perfect color match for me. Wow. That's an impressive, you know, again, you spend the money on the foundation, you get it home, and it is not the color that you hoped it would be. And I'm telling you, these mixing pigments save the day. So I think they're like, I don't know, this one might be $8, but I mean, I've had this for a while, and when I am struggling with a color and I really want to, you know, use the product, but I know it's going to be really off, like something like this where they have like 6 shades. That something like that comes in very handy, especially for people who have a cooler skin tone. The blue is perfect for tampering out that oranginess. If you're familiar with the color wheel, that kind of cancels each other out. So I'm pleasantly surprised with that. I'm looking in my 10 times mirror right now. Just trying to make sure I get this all over. The creasing with the concealer is not that bad. It is, you know, there's definitely creasing. The tint feels very lightweight, and it's a very good match by adding that blue pigment. So I'm really impressed with this skin tint, this super dewy. I wouldn't say that it's super dewy. In fact, I think the concealer is more dewy than the foundation is. I would say it's probably more satin than it is super dewy. So that's a pleasant surprise. I am excited about that. Okay, so we've got the face. Now let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and try this Colourpop's Luxe Lip Oil in Raspberry Mojito. My lips are a little dry, and I'm going to be trying the Colourpop So Juicy Pumping Gloss. Now, I'm not a big plumping gloss girl because I have such extremely dry lips, and plumpings tends to sting. So I'm just gonna put here with a little bit of oil. Ooh, that feels nice. Now, let me go ahead and just, there is really no color to that, even though it says it's Raspberry Mojito. I mean, there's barely any tint to that, but that feels nice on the lips. That's a nice lip oil. We'll see how it moisturizes when I go to put the plumping gloss on. Let me see if there were any, what the claims are on this, if there are any. Again, this is the Raspberry Mojito. A lightweight, nourishing lip oil for a hint of sheer glossy color, infused with chamomile oil and candela oil. No added parabens, phthalates, or silicones. So that is what the lip oil is. And now let's go ahead, and I'm going to use 2 very tried and true used products. And I'm going to use my Makeup Revolution. As you can see, this is well loved, and I'm about to lose the lid. I'm going to probably switch over to it, my backup. But this is the Ultra Cream Bronzer in medium, and I just love the color on this. This is by far, besides my Colourpop in Laguna Beach and my Sephora Contour one that I have, as well as the one that I got from the Amazon 3-pack. Those are probably right along with this. I'm just gonna do a light tap here. I'm gonna rub a little bit off on my hand and just go ahead and start patting this in. I like that this is cool, but it also gives you that bronzed look, which is, you know, we're still in summertime here, and it is very, very warm in the South. And so, you know, I find that the creams you know, will hold up very well if they're set with powder. And like I've said before, you guys don't need to do all these steps. This is just me doing what I enjoy and what I feel comfortable doing. And, you know, you have to do what makes you feel comfortable. But I just enjoy playing with makeup so much, and I love wearing makeup. And so I just think that just gives a really nice tone to the skin. And I'm going to go on, and I put that on with my Sigma F85 brush. And now I'm going to go ahead and use the NYX Buttermelt bronzer. And this one is in, I think this is in my All Buttered Up. So this is the lighter of the two colors that I have. So I just want to go with this lighter look here. I am going to use my Sigma F43 Soft Angled Cheek. And we're just gonna tap that. I'm just gonna tap a little bit, and we'll just get that pressed in where I put in bronzer, contour, just to set that in and hold it in place when I'm out and about. And that's all I needed, is just to set that down. Now, the Makeup Revolution does dry down. I don't find it that it stays super sticky on my face. So that makes it nice. Okay, we are going to try a new cheek combination, and we are going to use the Colourpop. Oh, wow, it's been rough. It was a rough night. Oh, goodness gracious. The Colourpop Liquid Blush. It's a weightless liquid blush is what it says. A long-lasting, hydrating liquid blush that's super blendable and buildable for a natural finish. So this is not going to give you a dewy finish. It's not going to be super matte though. It's more of a natural, probably a little bit more leaning satin. I have seen a few videos, but it's been a while. This has been out for a little while. But this is the first time I've been able to try it because of my no buy July. It says it's infused with hyaluronic acid, polyglutamic acid, sea moss, and niacinamide. So I got this in the color IKTR. I don't know what the TR stands for. So it is more of this very cool pink tone. I've been excited. I've seen these come up in my email. I'm excited to give these a try. And then I'm going to use the new Essence Blush Crush. I believe these are replacing the blush by Essence. And this is in the color Loving Lilac, which just looks so, so beautiful. So let's go ahead and give this a swatch. I'm guessing this will probably be fairly pigmented. Ooh, but that's a super pretty color. So there it is. IKTR. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just put this on my hand. I'm just going to put some, like that. And then I'm going to use my favorite Amazon brush that I use for all my liquid blushes. And I'm just going to get that worked in to my brush. And then we'll just give that a tap. Ooh, that's pretty and very pigmented. You probably just need the lightest of, I probably didn't even need all that product I put on my hand. In fact, I'm going to just kind of rub off my brush a little bit so we can get a better. Wow, that is super pigmented and it is super beautiful. Oh, and it is definitely a more natural finish. I would say it's probably leaning a little more satin. So it does have a little bit, and again, this could be the products underneath. It could be the foundation that's underneath. Let's see, just give it a little kiss by the sun. So, all right. I mean, you can see all that product that's still left on my hand. It's the reason I keep a little towel on my lap, is to wipe all this stuff off so that these towels get washed frequently. So that is a very beautiful color. That is very pigmented. Of course, I picked up the color that's going to be most friendly to my skin. I tend to go very cool toned with my colors. I occasionally will pick up a peach or you know, a little more of a warmer tone. However, I do tend to gravitate towards cool tones. So that's most of the time when I pick up things, I'm going to lean more cool tone. So if you have cool tone skin, or if you have olive cool tone, which is what I have, this will be great product recommendations for you. So now let's go ahead and put on the powder blush just to give this a little set down. I'm pretty sure this is probably going to be pretty pigmented. And so let me just do a little swipe here and put this on. So I still have a little bit of the product on my hand, but you can see right there, there's the blush. I don't know why it's not focusing, but you'll see it on my face. And I'm going to go ahead and use my Sigma F40 brush. And we're just going to do one tap in and dust off. And then we'll just lightly tap. Yeah. Ooh, that's really pretty. I tend to gravitate when I grab they've really been coming out with a lot more of these purple lilac-y type of blushes, which is really great for cool tone skin. They tend to really come out cool, and they're not super purple. This definitely is a more pinky with the purple hue to it. But this is beautiful. I am excited to play with that some more. Okay, let's go ahead and get my under eye set. And I did pick up these new Halo Glow Pinky Puffs. So let's go ahead and give these a try. And I'm going to set my under eyes with the Maybelline Fit Me, which is, aren't these so cute? Look at that. So cute. So we'll use it on my pinky. And I'm just going to use the Maybelline Fit Me in the color Fair Light. I'm hoping to pick up, there's some new pink powders out that I want to try by Morphe and Makeup Revolution. I'm actually going to switch to my index finger. Makeup Revolution actually has a pink one that I'd like to try. But I'm going to go ahead and get this on the puff, and then I'm just going to rub it in to my hand to get off any excess and to get it to flatten out. And then I'm just going to go in and pat out. Let's see, go into my 10 magnifying mirror, which sometimes, now the creasing's not too bad. So I'm just going to press it out just a teeny bit. And then we'll come in with this Fit Me loose translucent, well, not translucent, Fair Light powder and set that down. Yeah, those are nice. I like that they're little and they can easily get in. Those feel very soft, which is nice. Alrighty, so let's move on to the eyes. All right, so we do have two new products here. I am going to be using the new, I'm going to read it and open it up here for you guys. But this is the new NYX Powder Louder Brow Pencil. And I picked this up in the color Taupe. And let's see how easy this thing is to open, because it is all packaged up, covered in plastic. They just never make these easy. I know, don't use your teeth, but at least it got it started. And my tweezer was not doing a very good job here. See, this is the behind the scenes stuff that you guys may not see if you follow other makeup influencers. You know, the struggle's real sometimes, gals, trying to get this off. and I am struggling to get this off. Yeah, I've got a better grip with those tweezers. Okay, so let's see here. I don't think this just has, it's an eyebrow pencil. So it's got the, it's just, actually it's a wood pencil, which is nice because it's just easily to sharp. And I got this in the color taupe. Oh, and it's definitely more of a powder. It's not going to give you like super fine strokes, which is okay. And then it also comes with a spoolie, a little small spoolie. So that's nice. So let's go ahead and spoolie up these brows and see how this functions here. And I do like to give myself a little bit of a line to start with. Just outlining my lines, my eyebrows. This probably actually is probably a little light for me. I may need to get a darker one if I like this. Because my eyebrows are just a little bit darker than this is. It's definitely more of a lighter taupe color. But it's going on nicely. It definitely is not, it doesn't feel like super creamy, super waxy. It definitely, I mean, I think the reason they call it a powder is because it feels more like a powder, which is kind of unique for an eyebrow pencil to feel like powder. You know, usually if you're using a powder eyebrow, that's interesting. Yeah, I definitely think I need to get the darker color, the one that's probably the brown black, just because this is a little lighter than I like. Actually, it's not too bad as I pull away. So let's go ahead and spoolie this out a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and that's nice. I mean, that was fairly fast and easy. So this might be a good product if you're someone like me who maybe you're someone that's on the go and you just want to do a quick brow. This looks like it will be one of those quick brow type of products, which is good if you are a person that is on the go and just needs it to be quick. I'm going to use the Maybelline Super Lock gel just to get these set into place. I know you guys are probably like, where's the big announcement? We thought you would have announced it with your products already. Well, guess what? It is coming up. The wait is almost over. Let me go ahead. I have been using this Pretty Smart eye primer elixir, and I have been absolutely impressed by this. It does such a beautiful job of holding shadows on. And so definitely been impressed. So we're just gonna get some of this put on. And this next product will lead me into my big announcement. Okay, so we'll give this. So I have an opportunity to spend some time with some family, and the big announcement has to do with the desert. Now, I am originally from California, San Diego, and moved to Alabama about 4.5 years ago. I have loved it here. This is a beautiful place. I have loved it here. But I have an opportunity to spend some time with my dad and my sister and my niece who is a freshman in high school and is quite a golfer. And I have an opportunity to spend some time in California with them. So for about the next 4 to 6 months, I will be coming to you from the desert of California. And you will see a new background. It may take me a little while to kind of get my place set up to where I do my makeup, but I am super excited to be coming to you in the next 4 to 6 months from California. And so that is my big announcement. I am going to be spending some time there. I'm super excited about it. You know, as we get to be our age. I am gonna be 55 in September. We have older parents, and my dad is not in the most amazing of health, but he loves to travel and he does things, but I have an opportunity to spend some time with them. And I just feel it really heavy on my heart that I need to be spending some time with him and with my niece and my sister. And so I'm excited. This is going to be a new adventure. And next week's video, you are going to see I am working on decluttering my whole makeup collection, as well as figuring out what I'm actually going to bring with me, because I am going to have the option of going shopping in places that actually will have a ton of products for me to actually get in store, versus most of the things I have to do here are online. And so I'm excited about that, to be able to try new things. So I won't be taking a ton with me, at least I don't think, you know. I will have to take my Holy Grail favorites with me. So we'll see. But I thought this was a really fun, when I saw this would be great to make my announcement that I'm going to be in the desert of California. And I'm going to a very, very hot place. Now, this place is hot with humidity. That place is hot with dry heat. So the makeup is going to get tested. And so I'm super excited. Of course, this color palette is right up my alley. This is by Profusion. And this is just their 5-shade purple palette. I'm excited about giving these colors a try. If you have watched any of my videos, you know that I am obsessed with purple eyeshadows and green eyeshadows. Those tend to really bring out my brown eyes, and so I heavily rely, and most of the palettes that I pick up lean that direction. Now, I do have some neutral palettes. I do have some fun color palettes. I do like to play with blues and all sorts of other stuff, but here is this. I'm super excited. So I think I'm gonna start with, I'm actually going to start with Dusk right here in the crease, and I'm going to use my Sigma E40, and we're just going to tap right into this. Oh, that's nice. Some kick up here. Let's see how the pigment, oh, wow, that's very pigmented. Now, I don't know. I mean, I have been so shocked by the pigment of these drugstore eyeshadows. And drugstore eyeshadows don't have a good wrap. Like, most of the time, drugstore eyeshadows are not what you will buy. I don't know if it's this primer, but boy, have I had some luck recently with drugstore eyeshadows. I mean, that is really pretty. I mean, that's pretty pigmented. Yeah. And I have found, you know, even because I have very, very dry eyes, I usually don't have a problem with my eyeshadows fading too much, because it tends to, you know, I have dry skin, so it just tends to stay there. It's not usually a problem for me. So here's that. It is a little patchy on the outside corners here. And it could just be that, yeah, that's really pretty. Okay, so I'm actually gonna go in with, I think this is Astral, this purple color right here. We're gonna run that in the outer corner and in the crease. And I think I'm gonna use my E45 brush, and we're just gonna tap into that, tap it off, and then we'll just run that. I'm probably gonna use this darker color, which is Nightfall. in the outer corner, but I thought I would just give this a little more dimension here in my crease area. Trying to use all the colors here. Since there's only 5, it makes it a little easier to use all 5. Now, I don't know if this is, well, I guess that swipe went on a little more pigmented. Yeah, that one went on a little more pigmented on that side. Maybe I picked up a little more product. Let's see, get this evened out here. But that's a pretty color. Probably a little more on the pink side than on the purple side. So I'm going to go ahead and use the Nightfall. And I think this is the smaller. No, this is, I have another E45 brush. I'm going to use, and I'm going to go into Nightfall here, which is this one. And just do a little bit of it. You know, there is some kick up, but that's actually a really pretty, like charcoal gray color. And that's a hard color to get right. But that's really pretty. Yeah, I don't do a ton of different looks with eyeshadow too much, just because I know my eye shape well enough and I know what looks good. Occasionally I'll stray and do a like a center color, you know, more of a halo eye is what it's called. Not very often. I know what I like and what looks good on me. I know it doesn't give you guys much of a difference, but I usually use enough color with you guys that, you know, you get to, at least to see the different color options that are available, even if I'm not doing a bunch of different eye looks. So now we have done 3. I'm going to go in and use this all over the lid, and then we're going to put some glitter glue on and use that purple. So I'm just going to use my finger in this one, and we'll go ahead and just, so it's almost like a concrete color, just real neutral. Really is almost the color of my skin. The lip oil is still feeling very nice, which is good. Get this all over the lid. I mean, that it's just a neutral color. I'm not super impressed by it, but it does show. Okay, so now I'm going to use my NYX glitter glue, and I'm just going to put a little bit on there. So when next week declutter video is up, I will be getting ready to hit the road to drive to California. And so I'm actually going to be taking my sweet little Millie back there with me. My husband and I are driving together. So it's super exciting. I'm so looking forward to it. All right, so let's go in now with Stargaze, which is this glitter purple. We're just gonna go right on. Woo, woo, look at that. Ooh, that is pretty. Oh, wow. Okay. I think this palette was maybe close to $5 or $6. I mean, this palette is worth it just for that purple. Just for that glitter. Oh my goodness, that is beautiful. I like a glam eye. I like a purple eye. And this is just beautiful. Wow. I bet even with now I'm going to build it up a little bit, with a more purple shadow underneath versus that concrete that I was using, this would be just spectacular. I know, I can never not go and put glitter on my eyes. It's just not me. I like a sparkle on my eyes. I like the shape of my eyes. I like the way my eyes look. I think the eyes tell a lot about yourself. And so I like to highlight my eyes. So that is the eye look. And just so you know, I will be inserting towards the end of the video, after I review all the products, after I get ready, picture or video in natural light. And then my goal is to start showing you in that same video what this makeup looks like at the end of the day. If I've run out of, done errands or gone places. So I want to show you about 8 hours in how things are holding up. So that will also be at the end of the video if you make it that far, or if you want to see how this holds up in weather and what this looks like after 8 hours and what it looks like after I put it on in natural light. So today we are actually going to do the lashes that I have been using lately, which are the 371s, which are the heavy cat eye lashes. So we're gonna put these on, and today I might do, I'm trying to think, do I really want a tight line? Well, let's get them on, and then if I need to tight line, I will. So let's go ahead, and I gotta get my Kiss Lash Glue. It's the same stuff I always use, and my Master Precise. That has not changed in quite some time. I do need to, I do have a couple other, let's see how this goes over the glitter. I did have a problem with this, with the Milani gilded one that I use, but I haven't had a problem since then going over glitter or any of the eyeshadows I've been trying. Oh shoot, I didn't. That's all right. I get so excited to get my, I get excited with an eye look, and I forgot to curl my lashes or put mascara on. But nonetheless, it'll look the same here. Let me get my, you guys, my tweezers that I'm sure some of you are like, what is she doing with tweezers near her eyes? And I just find that this is the most control I have with putting my lashes on, is with, and I'm very, very gentle and careful with these. And these I just got from Amazon. It came in a pack of like 4 or 5, I think, different types. Cheap. They were like $4, and so this works out really nice. Get these pressed in. So there we go. All right. So we'll let that get all cemented down. We'll go ahead and do the other eye. And again, I like using this eyeliner type of glue. One, because it really easily blends the band. And it just makes it easy to put on. I don't have to wait, for the other type of glue to dry down so that I can put the lashes on. I have to wait like 30 something seconds. I can just go straight in with the eyelashes, which is nice. Oops. These are probably on their last use. I did order some more shapes that I actually already had sent to my dad's house, which is where I'll be staying. And we'll have some new shapes and styles to try for you, which I'm excited about. So there we go. We got the dramatic eye look going. I'm going to use my Master Precise Maybelline to kind of blend this all together, make it look cohesive. There we go. Okay. So I think that we are pretty good to go. I'm going to come back. Let me go do my hair, get dressed. We'll try the plumping gloss. The lip oil has been working. It feels very soft. So hopefully my lips are well prepared for this plumping gloss. And I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Hair's done. All put together, dressed, and ready for the day. And let's go ahead and give this So Juicy Plumping Gloss from Colourpop a try. And this is in the color Trending Now. And this says, so glossy, so plump. Plumping, I think I read this to you already, maybe not. A plumping glossy lip oil that instantly nourishes the lips and makes them look full and juicy. It's infused with peptide ceramides, ginger extract, and strawberry oil and raspberry oil. So it actually says that you could wear it alone or with your color, a color. We're gonna just wear this alone today since we have a pretty, glammy look going on. So here is what it looks like. I'm going to do a little swatch here. Oh, good thing I wear a towel. Oh, so it does have some decent color to it. Okay, so let's get this on the lips and see how this, now, because I do have, now I will say this lip oil, love it. It's cushiony, it feels good. It makes it feel, you know, juicy, takes away, it does not feel as dry, which makes me very happy. So let's go ahead. This is a little more challenging to pull out, but let's go ahead and just, okay, so it smells minty. So it's gonna have that more, I think, minty tingle to it than like a cinnamon or a hot. And that gives a nice wash of color. I'm not feeling any, well, maybe now I'm starting to feel just a teeny bit of tingle, and it's more a minty tingle than anything, which I prefer if it's gonna have tingle, it's more minty and not sets my lips on fire like the lifter, the chili pepper lifter gloss from Maybelline. I love all the lifter glosses, but the plump one, whew, fire. So let's talk about the products, why this is kind of settling in. I do definitely feel the tingle a little bit. So let's talk about the products. The Juvias Place Concealer in 19. I am noticing that even with the powder that I'm getting still some creasing there. That could be a little bit of the e.l.f. product as well. That's kind of why I try not to go too far out. But I actually like the way this feels. I like the way it covers. I'll have to play with it some more for final thoughts on this. But it looks good from far away. I just noticed that, you know, there's more creasing when I'm in my 10 times mirror. Now, most of you guys won't look at me in my 10 times mirror. But I want to at least let you know this foundation, the skin tint, super impressed. Again, I did use this LA Colors pigment to take down the oranginess a little bit. So I really do like the way that this looks. I'm surprised it's got a ton of product in it, but so far so good. It definitely is not super dewy. It is definitely a more satin But tons of product, really like the way this is looking. We'll see how this holds up in the heat, but I'm impressed with that so far. Let's go on to the brows. This Loud Powder Louder eye pencil in taupe. I do like the way it looks. I do think I need to get a little bit darker of a color, probably go with the black brown, but I like the way that this went on. And then I used the Maybelline Super Lock to lock them in place. So that is that product. Then let's talk about the cheeks. Really, really impressed by this color. We'll see how it holds up, but this is a very, very pretty color. Definitely a natural finish. And then I put just a tap of this lovely lilac, the new Blush Crush from Essence. This is a beautiful combination. I definitely feel that I will be wearing this quite frequently the rest of the summer. So definitely a very pretty combination. Really enjoying the way that that looks. We'll see how it holds up during the day. Then my tried and true bronzers that I used, my Makeup Revolution in medium. It has seen better days. The NYX Buttermelt blush and All Buttered Up. Bronzer. Buttermelt bronzer and All Buttered Up is what I use just to set it down. I'm trying to think what else. Obviously I have been loving the elixir, this eye elixir. Let's talk about the eyeshadow palette. I'm not disappointed. It's a very pretty look. The purple glitter in this is by far my favorite shadow. I think this kind of charcoal gray is really, the charcoal gray is really a beautiful color, and it comes out charcoal gray. So the other colors are okay, but these two are definitely the standouts and worth to me the $6 or whatever I paid. And again, everything that I tried will be listed below with all the brushes and everything else that I used. But I'm impressed. And of course, that was my big announcement that I will be spending 4 to 6 months out in the California desert with my family, which I'm super excited about. So you will see a different background here after next week's video. We'll have to be playing with it and having some fun with it. But I'm impressed. This is Profusion. You can get this at Walmart. So I was pleasantly surprised and definitely super excited about 2 of the shades in there. I already shared a little bit about the lip oil. This is very nice, cushiony. I felt like my lips were being hydrated. I usually put on my Aquaphor, but I felt like this really did a nice job of hydrating my lips prior to putting on a lipstick or a lip gloss. I think this will be a really nice product to try. No real color. They have 4 different colors, I believe, in this. One's a clear, and then there's 3 colors, but there really was no color payoff with this. And then this So Juicy plumping gloss. I definitely feel minty. I don't know how plumping it super is, but the color is pretty. It's kind of, I actually kind of like the CoverGirl Yummy glosses over this, but it's nice. It's a pretty color. I love Colourpop. Almost all things Colourpop. This is okay. I like that it's a minty tingle and not the fire tingle. It's more subtle, which I like. I don't know that it's just really doing all that much for my lips, but it's a pretty color. And so that is it for today. Of course, I have on my lashes and my lash glue. Those are just my standards that I always wear. So here is the look. And I will insert what it looks like in natural light. So remember, you get to choose every day to dress with purpose.